Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. This video is going to be about the Uncle Henry LB8 lockback folder. So I'd like to thank the folks at Sheath for sending me this so I can show it to you. It's just a classic design lockback. I really like this knife just from the. It's just a cool style, old school knife, and I like old school stuff because I'm kind of an old school guy, I guess. But let's take a look at the specs on this thing and do some knife stuff. Okay, once again, this is the Uncle Henry Papa Bear lockback folding knife, model number LB8. This knife features a 3.67 inch clip point blade of 7CR17 MOV steel, 5-inch Staglon handles with brass bolsters, an open length of 8.7 inches, and it weighs 7 ounces. The knife comes with a premium quality leather belt sheath. Okay, so brand new out of the box. We'll see how well this thing slices. The fit and finish in this knife is really good. Now, these are Staglon handles, which basically means there's some sort of synthetic material. What's really cool, honestly, is the belt sheath. And I spoke with my contacts at Sheath, and they're really proud of the value they're able to offer in this belt sheath. And I have to agree with them. I mean, if you bought any leather lately, the quality leather sheath probably can cost more than the price of this knife. But you can see, I want you to see the stitching on the back of this thing. It's just first class. It's very well made, molded, really good. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, this is excellent quality. It's got a pretty tight little belt loop on back here, so it's not going to slide around. It's molded, nice solid snap on it. I'm really impressed with the sheath, to be honest with you. I think it's I think they have a right to be proud of this. They tell me they've been working really hard to source leather and source the craftsmanship to get these sheaths made at a price that still makes the entire package affordable for you. And I tell you that they really work hard on that. I know they do. So I know I sound like a Sheath fanboy, but I'm just telling you the truth. I think it's cool to have a leather sheath like this. It just fits this classic design knife. And I'll tell you right now, I don't balance test folding knives. There's a point at which ridiculous becomes foolish. So I'm okay with ridiculous. When it gets to foolish, I try to watch it as much as I can. You might disagree. So, but the lockup on this thing is just really solid. The feel is smooth. It is smooth as butter. It just feels like quality. It's hard to show that on video, but I like the lockback design. I think it's a real solid design. It's just tried and true, right? So let's go ahead now and do some real knife stuff. Okay, so only so many feather sticks really that you can do, and everybody's probably tired of seeing feather stick videos. So what I've got here is a piece of poplar. Tulip poplar bark makes excellent tinder, as you probably know. So what I thought we'd do is just go ahead and try a little something different with this. Now, the spine on this knife is really not super sharp. I don't know if it'll strike a ferro rod or not. It honestly doesn't feel like it will. We'll go ahead and carve some of this bark over here, though. Let's get it down. But this is super dry, so it may be, let's see what it'll do. I'm going to do it almost dry and crunchy. So what I thought I'd just do some pretty tough, hard carving on this and see what happens. See if I get any hot spots or any discomfort. Well, you know what? Silly is as silly does, right? Couldn't resist. So, a little bit looser, not much, not enough to matter. We'll just see. I'm trying to see if it'll carve. I know I said I wasn't going to do feathers, but I was so surprised at how tough this wood felt and how dry and crunchy it is. I had such a hard time carving it on the outside. I thought I would see how well it does in feathers, and this wood doesn't feather very well, to be honest with you. Let's just crunch up some of this bark here. Don't know if this thing will spark or not. By the way, as you can tell, I just went totally left field from what my intentions were. I wasn't planning on batoning this thing. I wasn't planning on doing feathers, and I didn't do very well at them, and I wasn't planning on trying to start a fire with it. But let's just see what happens. First of all, got my fat wood fire steel here. See if it'll scrape the fat wood off of it. And it does okay with that, so maybe it'll strike a spark. Let's try a bigger piece of fat wood. All right, so somewhere in amongst that stuff, we ought to be able to get us a spark going. Put the fat wood on top of the, all mixed in with the tulip poplar bark, and let's see what happens. Okay, not too bad really. I'm a little surprised by that, and say I do not recommend batoning with a folding knife. That wasn't very big stuff to baton, and it was definitely tulip poplar, so it wasn't hard to deal with. But see if I got just a slight, you really can't see that, I can feel it, just a slight little bit more play, probably about like a normal knife would have straight out of the box, but just not enough to really matter. It's just, I can feel it, I know it's there. Okay, just for kicks, we'll see after doing that what little I did actually, if this thing still cuts paper. Not too bad still. Not perfect, but not too bad. All right, once again, this is the Uncle Henry Papa Bear, and just a classic lockback design. Got a little silly with it, I apologize, but I have to say I like this knife. It's the fit and finish is pretty good, and it just feels great in your hand. I did not get any hot spots doing it. I was carving really hard on it. I know it's poplar, but it's some dry poplar. I was pleasantly surprised it was able to scrape and strike a ferro rod and even baton a little bit, which I do not recommend. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking for a really cool classic knife, you might want to check this one out, the Old Timer Papa Bear. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up button, that like button down there, for sharing it with your friends, for watching those ads, and thank you so much for clicking those Amazon links and doing your shopping on Amazon through my links. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.